Hi folks, I welcome you to the Python Pandas training interactive Q&A format. Hope you enjoyed the session so far. If not, you can refer to the playlist which is coming as a notification on the top right and can look at previous videos from there. In this session, we'll look at the application of D types, which we have also looked in the previous sessions as well, and the functions astype and apply, which is used to convert a particular column from a particular data type to another data type. So we will import pandas as PD, and we are using Netflix underscore titles.xlsx as our demo data set for this training. So I'm running this, creating a data frame on that pandas data frame, and now I will check the d types, which is the data types of the columns of this data frame, and we see that mostly the data types are object and int64. In the last session we looked at what is int, what is float, what is string, what is datetime, boolean, and so on. And for object we looked at that it contains mostly string values, but it can also refer to a mixture of values like int, float, and string. So show id is primarily string, type, title, director, mostly these are string values. Now one column here has int values, release year, and we know the year values would be what: 2000, 2001, 2005, 2020, 1950s, and so on. So this is going to be string int values, and as a result the data type of this column is int, and uh, all other columns here are object, which are either string or a mixture of string, int, float, date, time. So date added here is object, right? So using this function as type and apply, we will see how to convert this release year into a string data type. Okay, so the way to do that is I will do df, select the column name equal to, let me copy this, and I will do as type string. So here I cannot convert any of these columns other than release year into int, float, or date time. Although date added I can convert into date time. Okay, so but for this demo I'm taking release year as an example, which is an int. Right now I'm trying to convert it into string, because as we know that any value which has single quotes or double quotes can be considered as string, and whether that value is integer, float, or anything else, if it is under a single quote or double quotes, if it is assigned to a variable, that variable will be a string, as we saw in the example in the previous session. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's run this. Now check the data types again. Okay, so now you will see that release here is converted into an object which is basically considering values as string now in release here, but earlier they were integer values, and integer is the right data type for this particular column. But it was an example to show you how we can convert integer to string. And like this, if any column which has string integer like values, and right now their data type is object, we can convert this back to integer by, let's say, using apply. Okay, so let me convert this again to integer because that's the right data type for this particular column. So df release year dot apply int, let's say. Okay, now check the data types again. Perfect, right? So we converted release year from int to string using as type, and we again converted this back to integer, given the values in release year are integer like numbers, right? 2000, 2010, 2015, and so on, back to int using apply. So this demo was about how to use as type and apply in your day-to-day analysis, and also d types, how to check the d types data types of each of the column in the data frame. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And I will see you in the next session. Thank you. All the very best.